Alrighty. Well, as you can see, I wasn't lying when I said we were setting up. And then I bought also another cart. So we have like 2 cars of lumber and then these ones, but you only get 3 of these, I believe, still on these, right? So my whole theory is, why would I get one of these for these when I could just use these 2 for right now? So that's what I'm doing. That's just the way I'm moving my products to the iron mine. But hey, the more iron you make, the more you're gonna get. But I am going to pretty much load up on my fire. It's good to go pretty much. I'll just leave it open for a little bit, because I definitely got to feed this a little bit, make it a little bit brighter. Okay. It's got, you know, 80% fire in it. Yeah, I could leave it. Not gonna leave it though. We're going to. Okay. So now we're gonna enter, and now we're going to pull this, go to 40. Take a look back here. And yeah, I could zoom out a little bit maybe. I mean, that kind of works as a screenshot. Either one of those. I mean, that's gonna work beautifully. But we're gonna go for it. We got this. I'm only running about 20. The reason why is because it gets a little squirrely down here in this bottom part a little bit. And that's just the way that it had to be. I'm not happy with that, but eventually I'm gonna relay it. And this is all single track too. I'm only doing single track, so I might eventually do a double track setup, but I'm figuring for right now, we're not, you know, doing multiple things right now. We don't have multiple trains. I only got like this one and a Betsy. I don't see the reason really. I mean, you could have, you know, people on here. But the only thing I would have them do right now is just maybe get logs from the logging camp and then put them into the, you know, which I'm gonna have to do eventually anyway. But I might try to get also bigger ones as well, and then pull this train up to the logging camp. Think about it. We have the biggest load I've ever tried to take up here yet. And that's what I meant by, like, I was setting it up. I had to rebuild that little bit of track back there. It's all built now. Now I'm all happy. It's ready to go. I feel confident in that. You know, I might try the next time I go to load up. I might try to take this one. I don't know if it would. Well, it might fit around there. If that big one has to fit, this one has to fit. That's what my thinking is. So there's that. But other than that, we're good to go. So I'm just happy as heck to be back in here. I rebuilt some of the track, like I said, but through here I haven't built any of this yet. I might do a different way eventually to the smelter, because the way I had it, this train almost like doesn't make it, so I might redo that and like run maybe a piece of track, right, because I know I gotta build, there's a refinery, and then there's like the iron smelter you could get to by just crossing a hill. And I might just try to cross that hill and see like if it'll do it. Might have to do that one day. You know, I'm gonna, you know, try to do it, see if it'll make it. Should. But wait, right now we have lumber and we got the beams. I was not kidding when I said I was setting up for a big run, because this literally is a big run. So I'm hoping to recoup at least the cost of the cars, because I need to make a little bit of money so I can get some of the... Oh, I hit the wrong one. That's alright. That's my fault. That's my bad. Whether it gets going again, I have no idea at this point, but it might. Yeah, I messed up. I thought it was the regulator. It's okay. Not bad. But yeah, I mean, other than just doing that little mess up there, like, we were going pretty smooth. I don't see any reason why I would need to... The only time... The only part I would want to rebuild is like right here in time, but again, I don't know how we're going to rebuild all that, because I always went with the smoothest ground that I possibly could here to go and cut through here. So basically, we're just going to leave this thing at 100%. Regulator 100%, reverser 100%. Just everything to the wall, see if it will do. But should make it all the way there. Pretty easy. But, you know, I mean, I think I can maybe... The way I have it built now for the smelter, I might get rid of eventually at some point. Maybe next episode, maybe I'll do it at some point. But I want to remove the switch, and that'll just be like one piece of groundwork all going out to here. Because I'm just going to use the refinery. Because we're doing such long runs anyway, it's not going to matter. And see, because I know I can get up to the refinery with this train, probably, right? In theory, right? I'm only going to have a single car. So, I mean, if you're only going to be moving a single car, like one of these small little cars, you should be fine, theoretically, right? That's kind of what I'm going with. If we can make it up to the refinery, right, with that single car, shouldn't have a problem getting up there. Worst case scenario, we gotta run this in the Betsy, or worst case scenario, I'll run just the Betsy full bore and see if that thing will make it. One of these times we're gonna find out, but I know I've tried a couple times with different engines. So, I mean, the way that I have it, this engine almost does not make it. It literally almost wants to stop and stall. So, the worst case scenario is that we just completely train together. That's the worst case. The best case is that this one makes it through the route that I'm thinking about making. Because I gotta, you know, build the oil and do all that. So I might start doing that pretty soon. But again, you're still gonna need iron to run the products for either the gold. Even if I wanted to go out to the dredge, I could go out to the dredge, but I got really no tools or anything like that to take out there to, you know, actually make my trip, you know, worth it. You know, I got nothing to go out there really, so I got, besides maybe, you know, the wood, but that's it. And it's kind of like, why do I want to waste a trip with a single material when I could take, you know, a multitude of materials behind a train? I know it sounds weird, but it should make it. I'm just saying, like, that's just the way I'm thinking about it. I could, again, of course, be overthinking. But, you know, it's just me, so. I've got everything set all the way up. I gotta line up to the other places too. If we need to, we could theoretically move some of this lumber or the beams. I can't remember which one has to go out there, but we can move some of that out there maybe. I mean, I'd have to build it next episode. I mean, I gotta build stuff anyway, so I mean, it might just be worth adding it. We'll use everything we gotta do, but I got no light in the back of me either, which kind of is a little concerning because I cannot see what I'm doing. Here I can, on this gauge I can, but like if I didn't have that gauge, I wouldn't be able to see anything. Like, I can't see to the back of my car, I can't see anything. So basically, I might be moving too much material right now. And I'm gonna maybe defeat, maybe if I can't make it up here, but... yeah. Nope. Yep, that's what I want. Let's see if we put some of this down. See if that helps. Should help it. You know? That might work. Yeah, I think it's just right there. Plus the fact that, like, that was from a, you know, a stop all the way. Complete dead stop back to rolling. So, yeah. There's that, so. But besides that, like, you know, we'll make it there. We gotta be, we're on the flat ground pretty much now, anyway. Note to self, don't stop on the hill, because otherwise you will have problems. And noted. We used a little bit of sand, not too much, anyway. So, I mean, that's not too bad. It's got all the water it needs. It's got some fire in it. We can, if we need to, stoke it up a little bit. Get a little bit hotter, but we don't need to because we're about at temperature. The only thing we need to do is just add some more in. Right? So here's what I'm thinking. We're gonna add some of these pieces in, right? They might be a little bit wet, right? So we're gonna let them in and they're going to slowly start. So. Just saying. That's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna add it, get it all the way back up to 100%. And we're going to do what I gotta do to make it up the hill, but it's the train that could, maybe. Whether we're gonna make it up that big section up to the iron mine, I have no idea at this point with this train, but she is trying to chug it up that hill. Maybe give it more sand, a little on-off action. Little on if it needs it, little off if it don't. I think that's somewhat the issue, is we're not getting good grip on the track, maybe? Because now we are. When I put the sand down, we are. We might have to build a sand tower eventually to fill this thing up. We run out, but for right now, this is how we're building it, making it through the dang hill. I don't know, I don't have any brakes on. That's the weird thing. Okay, I'll turn that off, see if it works. We need it, we got it. That's most important thing right now is if we need this sand, we're gonna need it, probably, but we have so much on board weight that we'll have to wait and see if we make it, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna make it. We could either take this switch out or build a helper yard, where we would just put like a barn and just a barn or so, maybe a barn, maybe one of the new barns where you could have, you know, up to 5, I think it is, engines or something like that, 4 or 5. That's all I need. Put a telegraph office next to it. That's about all you need. I mean, I don't know what else you would need, but we might make it here. So, I wasn't kidding when I said I'm making a heavy delivery in this map. And it's one of the heaviest ones I've ever delivered yet. And it's just about too heavy to make it up that hill, so we might just keep this for a while. Or we switch if we need to, you know, move less of one product. You know, like one product we can move one at a time, like one complete, you know. We might do that at some point if we need to, but for now we're fine. Now going to the logging camp would probably be pretty easy in this one, because, you know, it's just a long run to get speed up the one hill, and this might be getting enough speed to get up that hill. Hardly any problem. Plus, we're only going to be taking empties anyway, so it's not really going to matter what they weigh. You're only going to be coming downhill loaded. So if you're only coming downhill loaded, I mean, it's not going to matter too much. Now see, you can't do anything here, right? This is where you would make your, you know, your iron pipe and your tools. So see, this is the ironworks, but we gotta make track yet to get to the smelter, because I gotta take some cordwood. I believe it only takes cordwood and then iron from the iron mine. But if we can get out there, that'd be nice. It would be super nice. Like, I don't see where we would have any problems at all, really, getting there. We might load up, and I might take that car back with us, and then I might try to build that track a little bit off camera, because the one track I had laid is not gonna work, just due to like the hill conditions. So like, we're building like from about where them trees are to about where this track is. That's about like, it's too steep for any real train, really. I mean, besides the like later end trains that you get, you know. But since we're just kind of starting off, we're not gonna have that. Like, we got nowhere near that amount of money for any of those trains, or near the level. So I mean, either way, we don't have. So what I could do, if we had to, is build a shorter line, shallower, make it like this stuff, make it as close, you know, to the ground as possible. Or like this, see how I kind of did this, where this kind of does this, and I kind of just made it above the ground. That's what I could do if I have to. So I'm going to try to build a, you know, little short line. Well, it's not going to be short, but it's going to be not so long. So basically, the sawmill is going to be the point where you're either going to be pulling logs to, getting lumber beeps from, or you're going to be bringing your iron from your iron mine down into you know, the smelter line that will be there. That's not much I got left to do, really, to make that work. I mean, just build it, of course, but that's only time, and we can build. I can build a heck of a track in a hurry. So, we'll get it. So, yeah, it'd be alright, as far as that goes, I guess. So yeah, it'll be fine. I'm not happy, obviously, with it, but I mean, I'm not, of course, never happy with that, but what are you going to do, you know, with it? You can't really do much. So, we'll see if we can get out there, but man, we'll get there. I'm not really happy with it, but yeah, look at it. You just gotta keep, you know, going. So, yeah, we'll get up that hill, probably no problem. Probably worst case scenario, yes, a problem, but worst case scenario, not a problem.
Just wish you knew.
I'm just hoping I can make it. You know, something like that. That's about what I'm going with it. But yeah, I don't see us having problems. Really, but you know. Getting up that hill. I mean, it's just, it's a little, you know, hill, but we'll get there. It's not that bad. I mean, yeah, I kind of want a faster train, but we're not gonna get there. Obviously yet, but we will get there. It's just keep the fire hot as you can and keep both sticks just back towards the wall. That's all I can say. That's how I'm having to do it. But it's because I also got like an extra train car that I probably shouldn't have. I don't know what the actual tonnage math of this is. I have to see if I can find it, or if anybody out there knows, you know. But this train probably weighs a heck of a bunch, because, you know, it's front part, back part, right? Plus you got 2 cars, beams, 2 cars of lumber. What I'm saying is, right, we could theoretically not make it up the hill. If that does happen, then we'll just move, you know, the 1 car or whatever. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to do in this case. If we don't work, you know, if it doesn't work, we just bump the car up the hill the best we can. Should be able to make it. Well, we might make it, because look, we're running about 20 miles an hour, so we might make it up there. I think it's because I'm hitting the flat ground stuff. Like, where it's not kind of like off-centered, you know? So, like, this could be off either that way or this way by a little bit. Now, once we get up here to this flat ground, we should be okay. But it's just getting up this hill right here is what I'm saying. Or I could kick the sand on and see if that would help provide extra traction. I think a lot of it is just that I stopped on the 1 hill. And now I'm just going to be trying to catch up, you know. But we're gonna get up here somehow. Do this off and on, see if it works. Might. I mean, it might give me just enough traction. It's appearing to give me some. I mean, right here is just gonna be the worst of it. So once we get that back car, or back couple of cars, one of the two, right? Once those get up there, like, we are completely free of some of the weight, theoretically, on the load. Because think about it. You're only going to be as heavy as what you got on the back sometimes. But if you get this one up there, it's like, say we couldn't get up here and I just bump them up here, like let them coast as far as they can, then lock their brakes, then hook them all as they back up. You know, if I had to, I could do it that way. I wouldn't want to do it that way, but you could. But we're doing pretty okay right now. We're still alive and in the running. It hasn't like wanted to tip over yet. Going too fast, but we could probably make it. But just getting that this car here is going to be a pain because I don't know how far I actually got to be for this one. See, having these like different sizes kind of messes with me a little bit, but it'll be alright. Make it work. Oh yeah. Heck yeah, pull it off. Need the brake. Need a set of brakes right there. I don't care if I gotta turn this reg back on, but you definitely don't want to be 20 through here. 20 or less is what I would. Like, you need to start your brakes as soon as you come up to that. Reason I would say is like, it kind of gets the wobbles. Same thing when you go through the switch, and I haven't figured it out. The worst case scenario is that I gotta build through here if I want to pull any more train cars. And the only thing I might change out is these two small ones, the largers. If I did that, we would have to, but I think we might be alright. Yeah, it looks like we might be alright. When do I cut the brake on? Anytime, I guess. Okay. See how close I am. I can't see back here very well. Okay. Alright. That's why I'm using this view, because I can't really see. Like, when you get 4 or more cars, I can't see crap. And then again, that's just me. Because I don't know, like, how far is how far, you know? Okay, full 100% brake. See if that... I'm just trying to get one of these cars unloaded. Nope. So it's okay. I don't really care, but we'll get up there. Alright. Try this. Is it going to? No, it's not going to hit it at all. Jeez. It's like once this thing starts going, it's like delayed, it kind of feels like. Now I'm probably too far, but who cares? No, actually okay. I'm actually okay with that. Put this on. Okay, I mean, that's just one car. And let's see. I might take a load of iron back with me. I got these ones I gotta try to offload real quick. I'm gonna try to offload these, because these right now are my priority to offload. Is this underneath one of them? Yes, it is, actually. I got 35, and I'm just gonna pull like 5 of that. Should be alright. I should move the track over eventually. You guys noticing, like when you first pull it down, you kind of sometimes waste product, but not really. But sometimes it seems like it. Okay, it's 6. I'm pulling 6 of them away from. I'm always used to not making enough, but who knows? Like in certain games, like this, like it's like, oh, you're only gonna be pulling 5. Well, okay, I'll take an extra. If I waste one, whatever, I'm okay with that. I'm about to probably make some more. Yeah, I can make a little bit more actually. Back this car into that car, and then I'll kick the brakes off of that back car. Then we get to go out of here with one fully loaded. One fully loaded and all the rest empties. And then we'll dump the empties off. And then we'll move them around. But other than that, that's about the only thing that would probably take place. So I think I gotta be close enough for that one car to maybe hit that. I'm not sure. I can't really tell. That's actually going to be close enough, so we'll go ahead and offload. If I could just kick the brakes off of this, will it roll? Should, right? Oh jeez, this is gonna be a heck of a lot of mile. Wait, up that hill. I'm gonna re-rail it just so I can get it to kind of roll. That's the only reason I'm re-railing it. But it goes that way. It won't roll backwards. Why? I want you to go that way. This is the way I want you to go. Whatever. Just bang into it backwards. Be alright. Can you get into that car or not? And I'll be ready to switch here. I think I got into it, right? Okay, am I good? We got a heck of a long train here, that's all I can tell you. Yeah, man. There is a route that I had for this initially, but it didn't work out. But anyway. have to build the rest of that track, but before I do that, I might as well stop right here. But with all that being said, I will see you all next time.